Hi everybody, I'm so excited to give you a tour of the Princess Margaret Lottery Showhome for 2022. It's actually my 10th house I've done, the Princess Margaret Showhome. Now we're entering the house, we're in the foyer, and one of the things, I really like beautiful sight lines and impactful floors. So in this one, I did this impactful floor, almost a deco inspired pattern, and it's all cut out of Caesarstone slab. Now for the walls, we did an ombre finish, so it goes from dark, ombre is dark to light, and we go light to the top, and then these painted butterflies in the colors of the oranges and blues, and you'll see that throughout the house. Now the archways into the living room and the dining room and the main hall are in slabs of stone, and I just love that detail of these big slabs. It goes all the way around and it creates a dramatic entrance. Here in the dining room, I think one of my favorite things is the ceiling. So it's this high gloss ceiling. It's actually not paint, though you could do it in a high gloss paint. It's almost like a vinyl that we stretched over the ceiling. It comes in beautiful colors. And look at how the windows, it just elevates the light in the space. It's also fantastic at night because this fixture just sparkles and candles just sparkle in the space. We did a blue wallpaper. It looks like grass cloth, but it's not. And that blue you'll see throughout the house. And then these beautiful antique chairs with this bronze detail. They're probably from the 40s with the orange seat covers. Because we're on a corner, we have a lot of glass, and I like to take the windows right down to the floor. So this is something it's easy to do. Instead of a custom window, we stack the transom at the bottom, usually this is at the top, and put a standard window here. So it gives you this floor-to-ceiling window without the expense of making a custom window. The blue drapes here to pick up on that. Now, the servery between the kitchen and the dining room usually is a utilitarian space, but not this one. Our lower section is all our storage for our dishes and silverware, and then I use the uppers for the glassware and almost like a bar. So if you're entertaining, this is a great place to bring people. I didn't put a door on it because it's a beautiful space. Now the landing of the staircase went all the way around, but when we were designing this, I thought, let's bring the landing back, do a 2-story window in this space, so it is a really wonderful space to be. It's not a dark sort of hallway between the kitchen and the dining room, and you see it from upstairs, which I'll show you when we get up there. Now it's a very symmetrical layout. So opposite the dining room, we go through the foyer and we have the living room. Now the living room color was inspired by a dress I saw in Vogue magazine that was this minty blue. And when I saw it, I said, that is the color for the room. So the room is monochromatic, and most people think monochromatic means all beige, but really is just one color in different shades of that color. So we did this minty blue. I found the carpet in exactly the color, and then we built on that with the paint color and the upholstery. Now notice in the architecture, I did traditional paneling, but I curved all the corners in the room. You can see it, the curved crown molding. And then I designed these sofas that are curved also with this decorative trim on here. I did 2 seating areas, here and here, with the accent cane chairs, the black grand piano in by the window, and this seat, which is a great place to sit if there's parties, you're listening to someone on the piano. And then in the corner, a gilded center table, and that really picks up the curve of the wall. I just love the curved corners, and again, you'll see that in other parts of the house. But I think what makes this space dramatic, not only this beautiful color, is the accents of the black, and that's what gives it the drama. I find when you're doing light colored spaces all in one color, you want to get that pop. So we have the black marble with the brass and the black cane, and of course the black piano with pops of gilding and brass. Now, adjacent to that is the study, and the focus was this dark brown carpet, and we have brown as the accent pillows in the living room, so it ties in the space. Again, the room is done in a wallpaper. Traditionally, the library is paneled, but we decided to do it in wallpaper, and you'll see why in a minute. And this deco fireplace, which goes floor to ceiling in slabs of Caesarstone. We had the metal in accents of black and gold, and I did a glass desk because it's in front of that floor to ceiling window. I didn't want a heavy desk in front of the window. But this is a wonderful area to sit at and a comfy, cozy room. Now for privacy, we have a solid door to the living room and then these glass and steel doors to the family room. So you still get the privacy from sound, but visually when the doors are closed, you get all the light through. This is, I think the blue room is a wowie space, but this is really a wowie space. I did the family room in oak. So the paneling, we have the same paneling as the living room, but in Caesarstone oak. And Caesarstone oak means we wire brush the oak. This is a rift cut oak, so it's very linear. We stain it and then we wipe it with white, almost like a lime wash, and wipe it off. So all the grain gets very light as opposed to dark. So it creates a really lightness to it. I love paneling, and this makes it modern, but the accents of the black, look at that two-story window. And the room was designed really with that tree in mind, that big, fabulous tree that is centered on the window, and this dramatic black window. I think this is the only room, the front door in this room that we have, we painted the window black, and then we painted the front edge of the floor black with the iron railing. So that again brings in those black accents that you see through the house. And then floor to ceiling drapes. I love drapes in every room, but it really softens the space. And what takes what would normally be a traditional room with the paneling more relaxed, allows relaxed contemporary furniture, the suede chairs, the slip-covered sofa chairs, the modern coffee table, and these beautiful modern consoles with modern art. So it's that great contrast between traditional and modern. And I think that's why this house is so beautiful, so soulful. You really need the mix. You don't want everything to be traditional or everything to be modern. Now we have this opening into the kitchen. There's a little bit of a mess, but I'll show you that when we clean that up, so you'll get a good look at that soon. Now, when we go up to the second floor, we have the same railing, and this is where you'll see the overlook to the servery. So the landing, this wall went back further. We push it forward and cut the landing out. And that allowed me to do this fantastic two-story window and the servery down there. So it's a really nice experience when you're walking up the stairs. Now, as soon as you get upstairs, we have the primary bedroom, and we walk into the foyer of the bedroom. And I like, if you have the room to have a foyer, so you don't open the door and the bed is right there. But we don't want it to be just empty space. So we created a makeup area or desk. We have these mirrored cabinets on either side with a modern fretwork, great for clothes and linens and things like that. The sconces and the full height mirror. And we walk through the closet, and because you're walking through the closet, I want to do doors. I don't want to see all the clothing, so it's really like a dressing room. And this is the showstopper bathroom. And you know, I love designing bathrooms. I think my bathroom is my favorite place to be in. So I want these wonderful spaces, and I curved the walls here also. We did a more modern paneling where we just did the rails, and again, wallpaper in here. Very practical vinyl wallpaper so it can get wet. But I love wallpaper in every room, but bathrooms especially, because you have so many hard surfaces, you want that softness. Covered the whole vanity in Caesarstone with that thick counter detail, which I love. Put moldings on the wall here, and instead of a whole wall of mirror, just the mirrors over the vanity. I think it's too much if I had done the whole wall of the mirror. And then 3 sconces. So anybody at a sink has a sconce on either side as well as the light above. Now, the floor pattern is large slabs of the Caesarstone with these strips in the stone. And for a border, which follows the curve, is this glass penny tile that comes on sheets, and we cut it as a border. And I think it just reminds me of bubbles. I love that. Now the tub, this is the best part of the bathroom. The pièce de résistance is this plaster relief. And it's all leaves and flowers carved in plaster, and then with this matte finish paint that runs along the wall. And that becomes the focal point of the room. It really is a reminiscent of some plaster reliefs that you would see in the Art Deco period, and then a hanging fixture above. Behind the wall, we have the toilet compartment and the shower, and I did full height drapery. And I love to have drapery, as you know, in every room, but I love drapery in a bathroom, whether it's a Roman or full drape. And what's great is you can get these fantastic sheers, and you can get them in outdoor fabrics, so they're not affected by moisture, by water. So, you know, whether it's a bench or a drape, think about outdoor fabrics for a bathroom or a dressing or a makeup area because they're not affected by water, steam, and they're easy to clean. In the bedroom area, I do this all the time, and you've seen in many of the show houses, I utilize the attic space because I think why just have that space up there? So we carve into the ceilings, and you see that throughout the house. We've taken advantage of all that volume and paneled it, and then we have a fixture in the center to light up the whole space. A 4-poster bed, again with the accents of the black for that contrast. All of the furniture is in a Caesarstone, and then we chose a very traditional needlepoint carpet, but in subtle tones of neutrals and the soft blue, and it's just an oasis. I think the whole principal suite is a very restful space. Now we have 3 other bedrooms on this floor, so let's go into this one. We open up the doors, and what we did in this bedroom is we painted the trim a really bold blue. So most people paint their trim white, but we decided to paint the trim this deep blue and then wallpaper the room where we have the blue as an accent. This is the nursery. And I love this space. We've wallpapered the walls and the slope ceiling, the cloud fixture, the contemporary furniture, the beautiful blue and white carpet, and fun shelves and hooks for clothes and things like that. I just think it's such a sweet room. Now between this bedroom and the next bedroom is the shared bathroom. Now in the original design, the wall was here, but we pushed this out and created this big dormer, which gave us this wonderful window seat. And these are great because you could store towels and things inside. It's a wonderful place to sit, and you have 2 sinks opposite each other. And again, we did the black accents for the faucet, the mirror, and the sconces, and the hardware. And we have an open section below for the towels. Lots of space, lots of room for hooks, and then sconces again to define the window seat. Again, a Roman blind in here, again softening the space and wallpaper. On this side, we have the shower and the water closet. I frosted the glass so you still have privacy in this area, but when you're in there, you get the light from the window. You don't feel like you're in a closed-in closet. It's really quite a nice space. And it opens into this room, which is very subtle. Again, it has the blue accents, the oak headboard and night tables, and again, the blue on the carpet. Now, the room opposite, we have a little darker. So we did charcoal, and the paint finish is in 2 different finishes. So the trim is in a semi-gloss, and the wall is in a Benjamin Moore washable matte finish. So it almost feels suede-like and looks like a slightly different color. We did the taupe furniture, and then I did a bunk bed, but this is not the typical high bunk bed. So this comes with the mattress. We've got it downstairs in storage if someone wants it, but we removed it as this play area, and I think this is such a sweet area for the kids to play underneath. It's almost like a little fort, and the drapes are in the same color, the blackout drapes in the same color, and a contemporary lantern with the black accents. So if you have someone sleeping over, just bring up the mattress, just a twin, it's very light. Now this bedroom has its own ensuite, and the glass penny tile that you saw in the master, we did a similar one but in ceramic, and we took 2 different colors and created stripes. So this just comes on a mesh, and we laid it in the stripes, and it goes right through to the shower floor. For the vanity, we had some fun with painting the doors and drawers different colors. I just think it's fun and it's easy to change. And it's a great thing to do if you want to update one of your vanities. Just have fun. Paint the drawers and doors different colors. Change the hardware. It almost looks like a piece of art. And then the tile in the shower goes up on the slope. You notice throughout the 2nd floor we have these slope ceilings. So it doesn't sort of define the height. Now here we did the white and brass sconces, and I mixed it with the chrome. So someone asked me recently, how many finishes can you use in a bathroom, metal finishes? And I really think 2 is the maximum. Now you can use polished and matte within 1, and this could be the brass and the black, or the chrome and the black, but usually 2. I think the brass just warms up the space, and they look like jewels on the wall. And again, the wallpaper in the bathroom, which you have to agree really warms up the space and adds some depth. It's also very practical to have these vinyl wallpapers because if they get wet, if you hang a towel on them, it's all washable. So it's very practical. It's great in mudrooms too, because if you're leaning against the wall, you can wash the walls. Now, Normally, there would be a hallway here with doors, and I don't like dark hallways. So this is why we took advantage of the attic space, created this 2-story family room with the railing all the way around, took the oak up in this area, and I created these French doors, but they don't lead anywhere, they're just mirrored, so they break up the bookcases, they add a lot of light to the space. So I'm so excited that I was able to share this with you, and we'll share some other spaces later, and so happy that we're going to raise so much money for cancer research. Thanks for joining me.